This is a message to my black men and black women. Never, never let any other race try to hurt you.
Wow. The black man is in the wilderness crying out. You know what is a wilderness? Crying out, help, 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 help. And guess who they're crying out to for help? Those white icon man you call Jesus. Who is crying out for help? The black man that is in the valley of the dry bone. Why is he in the valley of the dry bone? Because he loses flesh from starvation or from the vampire or the beast that eated flesh. And all he can do is cry out. So the dry bone is crying out. All over the world, the black man sitting back, unconcerned about his doing. For hundreds of years, the black men sitting back and crying out for help. And who do we asking help from? Those are the people that he's trying to get help from. And figure that he's going to be getting help from those people. Crying out to get help from those people. Because the Son of God must help him through his struggle, through his tribulation, through his hunger towards the white man. But he's not looking to see that those people are white people. And that's the icon of the Redeemer, who is going to save them from their destruction of the white man brutality that took place with their physical body. We forget all of that because his mind becomes so corrupt with his own people that he's stepping aside from his people. He's walking away from his people. He cares less about his people. He do not go on the street and say, hey, my brother, what's going on? Have you eaten anything this morning? Because his brother is too filthy on the street, so he have no time to stop and speak with his brother because he have his bow tie on or his suit. So he don't want to step in any scornful thing. So he step aside and leave his brother in the valley of the dry bone. Now, I'm trying to see if my brothers can wake up. You don't need a big fancy home to speak like this. You don't need a large bank account to speak like this. No. You need to have understanding or understanding to help your people in all type of ways. Words from the mouth could be a great help. Not money handing out. Not a plate of food. No, a plate of food is just a hey, come on, brothers. Speak to each other. Give them the wisdom within yourself. Each individual have wisdom within themselves. Remember, we are born on this planet. We are not from another planet. Don't be fooled with the thought of some people doing on their ideas. All things that you can behold is from the planet, either above or inside of the earth. All life are here from time and time. Since you were born, there is no new life came in existence. So they were here before. What comes and gone that you do not know is another thing. But what life you can see with your eyes, they've been here before you were born. So we don't need anyone to tell us anything if you got understanding. But do you know the power of the beast, as we call four-footed beasts? Most of them have magical power. What I mean by magical power? Things can move without the hands. Not no perception of the brain. Magical power is to do natural magic. Not no sleight of hand. Do you know the magical power of the birds that fly from north, south, east, and west? Black man, do you know the magical fish of the ocean? Do you know the magical plants which we call herbs? If you do not know none of that, you're wasting your time in nature. You fill with education, but you're not educated enough to know the natural things of life. And when you do not know the natural things of life, you get caught up and you get tangled up and you lose your understanding or your understanding. This book has been written by someone, male or female, and they wrote this book from their thought, their idea, and their doing. So when you read this book of another individual, you're reading their thought, their doing, and their understanding. So therefore, you are not smarter. You become enlightened in another man's doing and their understanding and their understanding. When you speak from your physical mind or your physical body or your spiritual mind or your spiritual body, you will understand much better because you're uttering from your lips what coming out of your lips. You're not uttering from what you read from a book. And each individual has that ability because you were born here. And if you were not born here and you came here, then you would have to learn everything from the one that is here. You would not know the trees, the flowers, the plants, the fish, because you're not from here. But we are from here, so we must know everything that is here, as we call ourselves human beings. But the only human being that were here was the woolly man. He alone stand here with the beast. No other one. No cherubim, no seraphim. He on the beast was on this thing we call planet. And with himself, he know all the herbs. And the herbs are our food for him to eat. And that's what he eats. And he saw the birds was eating the seeds. And he also picked the seed and also eat the seed. So he learned from the birds how to eat the seed. And he learned from the animals how to eat the grass or the green herb. And he became wiser and wiser within his wisdom. No cherubim or no seraphim came down and taught him anything. Everything is in the brain. Also in the brains of the animals, of the birds. They have a brain. What do you think they have in their head? Their brain is to do their doing. Our brain is to do our doing. See, in the long time ago, we make our bed from grass. Also, the bird make their nest from grass. Also, some of the animals, four-footed beasts, make their nest from grass. That means we know that of ourselves. No one taught us that. No. We know all of that. So how do you think we come in existence? People saying somebody, those people named God, and it's Jesus, they made us. Brothers and sisters, we have not been made. Stop let people fool your mind. All life that exists and has gone are in the planet. And there is more life in the planet more than what came out already. More life is in there abundantly, also in the water. There is life in the water, or there is life in the mud under the bottom of the water. And they are there abundantly. It's not time for them to come out. Stop, let your mind be fooled with nonsense people telling you. We all live in space. Everything is in space. The sun is in space. This is the sun. It's all in space. It have no destination. Also the earth have no destination. Also the stars, they have no destination. No boundary. So they can go from one place to another in space. Stop let people fool your thought. And all things been here from time and time. And they will remain after time, which you will not see after time, no creature, because it will be no after time. But by you don't have the wisdom and the understanding of nature within itself, you cannot comprehend. Because some white people came up in existence and start telling you about God, God, and someday US, your mind becomes confused. And once the mind becomes confused, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. We do not know how to eat the green herbs anymore because of man-made chemicals. You see, all the beasts, all the four-footed beasts, they eat grass. Also the lion eat grass, but he's a meat eater. All the birds eat grass, but they're seeds eater. And all the people we call human eat grass. We call it herb. So we must understand everything. But you see, only the woolly man were here before with the beast. And he mingled with the beast for so long. You call him monkey, baboon, gorilla, orangutan. He mingled with all of them. They were not afraid of him because he were not eating their flesh. Long time ago, you got to remember now, long time ago, the man and the beast were the same. They mingled together. They are not afraid of each other. Also the birds. Yes. But guess what? He started to tear their flesh apart and they become scared of him. And they start run away from him because he started to eat their flesh. And when the birds saw him, they saw them reflection into the man that already eat them. So they become scared of you. But when he was here by himself, he mingled with the beast and brought forth other people in existence. Indian, Chinese, and the white man. Because he mingled with the beast. Stop listening to people telling you that the black men go to the cold land and change to the white. Just leave that alone. That is some nonsense. The reason why I'm saying that, and I can prove it, you see the parakeet? The parakeet in the wild is only green. Only green parakeet is in existence. None other but green. I will use the parakeet for the black man. There was no other man upon the face of the earth but the black man. And the parakeet, green parakeet, is the representative of the black man. I caught the parakeet and put him into captivity. And I brought forth white, albino, yellow, Latino, blue, gray, mixed gray, and I brought forth all of that out of the one green parakeet. It's the same with the black man. He mingled with the beast and brought forth how the man out of himself. He do not leave Africa and go to the Caucasus Mountain and stay there for 6-7 million years and change. The beast will also change if that took place. And when the white men leave from Europe and go to Africa, he should come back black. And that is not happening for in no time whatsoever. So you see where they fool your mind with all type of garbage, you cannot overstand yourself. All the other race of people come from the black man with the interference of the beast. You want to say gorilla? You want to say the orangutan? It doesn't matter. Anyone you see look like whatever. Chinese monkey look like Chinese. Black man interfere with the beast. But other race of people don't want to feel bad. They're trying to refine things out. Refining things out. Nobody has where the Chinese came from. Nobody has where the Indian came from. They're not the same as I. The white man is not the same like I. We are two different persons. Stop doing bullshit. We are two different people. One is from nature and one is not from nature. What do you mean? One is from the herd and one is not from the herd. It's like the mule. The mule is not from nature. Man take them and put them together. They do not do that in the wild. It's like the chicken. Man take the guinea hen on the pheasant and put them together in captivity and brought forth a chicken called Dominica. And that was the first chicken in captivity. Man take the wild banana and change it around. Or we call it in the Highlands black banana. The tree is very tall, 20 feet up in the sky. They're this big around. I have not one to show you. So next time when I saw one, or maybe a look around. So stop telling people that the black man leave and go to Europe and change. It's impossible. It will never, not in your lifetime, or not in your children's lifetime. It will never happen. The point I want to make it to you, there is no one leave from Europe and been in Africa and become black. And they've been in Africa for a long time. They don't even come brown. And they've been there for a long time. Their eyes are changed to be black. It still remains blue. So leave that alone and stop speaking nonsense. And these birds that I'm talking about, the parakeets, only one green in the dispensation of time. But now we have many colors. Because we brought the colors out of the green. And into the green, there's many colors. And it's the same with the black man. With interference, there is many colors of people within him. And he brought them out already. There's no more to come. You ain't gonna have no blue man, and you ain't gonna have no no green man, and you're gonna have no. The already colors are already finished. Because he already fixed everything in order. Everything is in order. We, the woolly men, put things in order. So if you want to go around and talking nonsense that he changed, and these Neanderthal, and these whatever, that's nonsense. They have not left any artifacts. That should tell you something. Huh? There's no building that they made. There is no drawing in cave that these Neanderthal and these Homo sapiens left. So they're telling you nonsense for you to leave your thought and your own ideas. So you're not the strong one, the black man. See, all of these stories came from the white people. It's not coming, now it's coming from black people because they start to speak about these crazy stuff and fooling the mind of our children. So what do you think is going to happen in another 200, 300 years, 400 years? When all these black men is marrying all these white women and all these black men is bleaching their skin. It doesn't matter how you bleach your skin. If you have a baby, it's going to come black. Bleaching been going on for a long time. When I came to the United States in 1965, black guys came, hey, you want to buy some soap, man? They will make it look better for the white people on the ship. I said, no, I don't need to look better for the white people. I'm better in nature already. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm in nature. He said, come here, my brother. Come on, what do you mean you're in nature? I said, I'm in nature. I'm from nature myself. The way I am, this is the way I'm going to be. He give me a 5. Huh? They were black guys. They were black, but they were not using the South. So why they were, excuse me, why they were not using the South? And they were black. They smarter than that. They was not no dummy. They know it was not good for their physical body. But they're trying to make some money, just like the dope dealers. The real dope dealers, they don't do that shit. They don't smoke it. They don't put a needle in them. The real guys who try to make money, you do that, you get beat up. They're just there to sell it to the idiot people. Because some people doesn't want to live. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about nature. They don't care about their babies. They don't care about their mother. They don't care about their father. They don't care about their grandfather. They care less. And those are the people that they sell the dope to. People that care doesn't smoke dope. They don't do that shit. No, they're too smart. They got wisdom within. They're not no junkie. See, preachers preaching and smoking dope, they're not no preachers. They're just a bunch of junkie people who trying to make some money trying to preach off the Bible because they know the Bible real good. Or they go and they study the Bible. We call them junkie preachers. So they make the money and they smoke. I'm telling you, I know people that have crack in their car and they're preachers, they're deacons, they're ministers. I didn't tell them not to do that. They told me mind my own business. I said, that's my business, brother. You can't go around and fooling people. You can't. Because you're lying on yourself just to make $1 into plate. I don't want none of that shit. I have nothing to do with it. The man I call my father, he owned churches in Highland, and he do all type of crazy stuff. But he never smoked no dope. Maybe he beat the members in the church for them to do the activity in the spiritual form. But I never seen with no dope. I can give him praise. And if he do wrong to me, I still love him for whatever he done. But I know he was not no junkie preacher. Some part of the Bible would not read or whatever. That's his business. So what I'm saying, you can't go around and fool people. And some people don't have any sense. Which they do have senses, but they just cannot use them. Because they'll need a book to use their senses. Why would you use a book to use your senses? You're born without a book. And everything is here for you to see. All the plants, all the birds, all the fish, all the four-footed beasts. And you learn from them how to turn the soil up or whatever. As the pig turn the soil, and more things grow. But without a book, some people cannot tell you anything because they have not seen anything. I'm not talking somebody kill somebody. I'm not speaking of someone rob someone. We're talking of wisdom. How to make things come alive. That's what I'm talking about. How many people can do that? They're all dying gone out. Because they're not in that magical power anymore. They refuse. And that's the point I'm trying to make. People going off into all type of crazy stuff. So the thought is gone. The understanding is gone. And everybody's going on like, hey, everything is okay. Most of the people want to do homosexual activity. The preacher is doing it. The lawyer is doing it. The school teacher is doing it. The police is doing it. The doctor is doing it. Sometimes I'm scared to go to the doctor. They want to be up in there and playing up in there just a minute, just take a few more minutes, and they're doing all type of crazy stuff with your rectum. Squeezing up your prostate and all of that. Because that's how they get their pleasure. I went to one of these doctors one time to check myself out, and, for instance, put his gloves on, and when he put his gloves on, he get behind me, and it's like, you have to bend over, you bend over, and he pushes himself up on me and grow. And he grunt. I said to him, what are you doing? He said, oh, Nanny, take the gloves off. I came and I told my friend, I said, look, these doctors are homosexual. He get behind me and have his finger in my rectum and then under my body. That means I should punch him down. But one spirit said, no, leave him alone, leave him alone. He's just gay. Don't go back to that doctor. And I told the head doctor what he did. So what I'm saying, you have to be spiritually wise. Because when these men see you naked, they get into a frenzy. It's like a bulldog see a female dog that is in heat. They get into frenzy, they fight. So by you hopping through the hospital, you don't know what these crazy planning to do. So now everybody want to do homosexual. The Catholic priest, okay, let women do women, let men do men. It's not no big thing. But guess what? Them Jesus people sit back. Jesus and his Father not doing nothing. Have you seen what I'm saying? Jesus and his Father sit back and let all the men and all the females going with female and all the men going with men. So we're not going to have no babies. So Jesus and his Father sitting back. Maybe they're waiting to see if everybody's going to die out. So he can make new people. Have you ever think about it? Because God is not stopping the homosexual. Homosexual can't have no baby. So if you can't have no baby, sooner or later you're going to die out. So I think God and Jesus is waiting. They're not going to come with a fire and destroy nobody. They heard of enough fire ready to destroy itself. You know what I mean? The volcano. Or the gas just catch fire all over and burn up everything. It's under the ocean, it's all over the place. But since God already made all of this here, make all the human and all the beasts and all the flowers, he has not made anything. So he sit back now with his son Jesus, and they're waiting to see what mankind is going to do again. Because there is nothing left for mankind to do more than have baby now. You can't have a baby without a womb inside. So maybe some doctor's going to get a man, put a womb in him, put the baby in there, and when he have a baby through his butt or someplace, then God is going to step in. But we don't know if man is going to have a baby. Because God is not doing anything about homosexuals. Preachers are preaching and God is not doing anything and they're homosexual. Ladies are preaching and they're lesbian, as you call them. They're refining out those words, lesbian. They're supposed to be sodomite. And they do sodomy. So God is sitting back and watch all these sodomite do their sodomy act. And he's not doing anything. And his son Jesus not doing nothing himself. He said, let them just do what they got to do. Let them do the beastology. Let them do that. Let's see what's coming out of them. Let the man go with the man. Let's see what's coming out of them. Let the woman go with the woman. Let's see what's going to come out. Let the man go with the beast. Let the woman go with the beast. Go with dog. Go with the cows. Go with the pig. Let's see what's going to happen. So God and his son sit back. And they have not done anything. See Jesus, God's son? That's Jesus, the icon. So they're sitting back. Let's see what's going to happen. What do you think? Because God is not doing anything. Since God made everything, he has not done anything. They said he do Sodom and Gomorrah. But there is more Sodom and Gomorrah more than the one Gomorrah that are gone already. If you take San Francisco, it's more than Sodom and Gomorrah. You take California alone. Take France, it's more than Sodom and Gomorrah. So the whole world filled with Sodom and Gomorrah. And God just sit back. Also his son sit back. They're not talking about that. Hey, come on, let's go clean the place up, man. They're not saying nothing about that. Hey, the place is getting filthy. Look, the man that you made, and they multiply, they're having sex with beasts. They're having sex with themselves. Male are having sex with male. Female are having sex with female. Sexual intercourse. Sorry, I make mistake. Sex is male or female. They're having sexual intercourse. Come on, let's go there and clean them up. They're not doing anything, so what are they doing? If God is a man, we're supposed to speak to him as a man, because he made us from himself. God made us from himself. So if he's a man, we can speak to him as a man. Hey God, what's going on, man? Have you seen all these stuff that all these people are doing? They're killing babies. The doctor taking all the babies out of the womb of the woman and, and trying to turn it into medicine. Do you see that, God? What can you do? So he can respond, hey, I'm going to clean him up. I'm going to check him out. Not that is taking place. So Jesus just sit there with his father not doing anything. You're talking like madman. No, I'm talking like a madman because people are doing madness. And all of that is madness for somebody to clean up. And when there is nobody to clean that madness up, there's more madness going to come. Man already have madness to destroy life on the planet. And God is not doing anything about that, neither his son. If everybody explode a nuclear weapon, all things die. And God is not going to do nothing, neither his son. They're just going to sit back. Are they going to send some angels, hey, go clean it up? No. Because your mind been filled with foolish ideas and foolish thought. So you can't get the true wisdom of nature and the contents within itself. Because you're reading too much of this book that man wrote of nonsense. So by you can't overstand, you won't sit in the seat of the scornful and become scornful yourself. And that's how we hear. Look, it's natural. Let me see how much time I have here. It's natural. So guess what? I'm out of time. And I will be speaking to you another time. And if you get some wisdom, send me an email. Because I have wisdom in everything I speak about. And don't go blind that you can't understand. And that's the problem we're having now. Everybody is going blind. They can't see. So they can see the filth that is taking place. They can't see where the doo-doo is. So they step in the doo-doo. As I said, respect, peace, I'm out of here.